Hello, and welcome to another update on XRP. I'm here on the daily time frame, and you can see that we are still holding above support. The wave structures are both still relevant, both in the yellow and also in the white scenarios. I was hoping there'd be a bit more movement today because of the manufacturing index data that came out earlier today. But there hasn't really been much movement, and so the idea is still that we could be here in the yellow scenario. This has notably become less likely, but we haven't really broken support yet, okay? So you see it here on the daily chart that we only had a wick below the 50% retracement, and there is no invalidation. So the yellow scenario remains plausible, which means if we see further upside from here, that would be considered a fifth wave to the upside. This fifth wave should unfold as 5 waves once it unfolds. But for now, we're holding support at $2.74 without any breakout attempt. So the first indication really that we're turning around here to the upside would be a break above this $3.10 area. Yeah, here these previous swing highs. And I need a rally and a higher low as a pullback. And that would set the stage potentially for the next push higher. This would be key. For now, we are holding just above support. So it basically keeps the yellow scenario alive, which will become far less likely below $2.74, below $2.75. The next move to the upside has not clearly started yet, and if we continue to grind lower, then please pay attention to the next support levels at $2.65, $2.46 and $2.21. Those are still very, very relevant support levels, Fibonacci support levels. No change there. Yeah, they haven't changed. They haven't shifted. And as long as we still grind lower here, I mean, you can easily just draw a trend line here. Yeah, as long as they still, the price still stays below Fibonacci resistance and below the local trend lines, the pressure appears downward. Now let's take a look at the shorter time frame XRP chart as well. XRP short term. Well, you can clearly see, hold on. You can clearly see that the market continues to be in this range. Still, I've added some trend lines here over the last few days, but you see overall $2.65, that's here previous structural support, and it's also been resistance before. This level is still holding. The price broke briefly below the August low. However, it's not a decisive break, but what it means is that the internal fourth wave pullback here is likely still unfolding. From a short-term bearish point of view, if we continue to move lower without, I mean, for now, the local trend is down, right? But it does look, let's call it corrective, which means there is overlap in this pullback structure. And it means, the overall trend isn't down. The overall trend still seems to be up. And this here appears to be simply a pullback. Yeah, a counter trend move. But of course, here on the smaller time frame, the pressure is downward because we are in a counter trend move in the larger time frame. That means on the smaller time frame, it's down. But it's very much overlapping. Yeah, very much overlapping, slow, draining, boring. So I still keep the door open for higher prices, simply waiting now for a first signal. And the first signal, as I said, comes with a break above that area here around $3.10. Until then, watch support levels here in the area around 265 and then 246 and 221. Just waiting here for a bit of a signal. This is all too small, to act as a reversal signal. So that's the update on XRP. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates, and you'll find the link in the description. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.